All right, hello there, everybody. How you doing? Happy Valentine's Day. Make sure we're muted here. There we go. So, happy Valentine's Day, everybody. How you doing? Doing I don't know, quick live here today. It's just chat with everybody. Wanted to talk about a few things. Wanted to talk about this weekend. Got quite a few kind of balls in the air this weekend, so figure I'll go ahead and talk a little bit about that. So tomorrow tomorrow I'm going to be probably doing um, some videos over on my other channel with Cody, who you guys will know is Julie Pom Pom's son, about Doctor Who. That's something we're going to be doing over there. So we're going to be covering some of the new episodes with the new Doctor. We've been meaning to get around to it, so we're looking to do that hopefully tomorrow. So there's that. I'm also, you guys have been, for the last couple Sundays, you guys know that Paul and I have been talking with Magilla39, Redditor. He's now over on Twitter. We've been talking with him, and he just has some very, very fascinating things that he has researched. I mean, and gone kind of the extra mile and found, actual literature to support the way he's putting the facts together. Very, very interesting stuff. So those of you who have been watching on the last couple of Sundays know what I'm talking about. And McGilla is just phenomenal. So we will be talking with him again on Sunday, Paul and I, and we will be having, most likely we will be having Rule Griffin join us this Sunday. So for those of you who like Rule and know Rule and everything and how sharp he is, we're looking to have him on. There may be a little bit of an issue of him maybe being there on time. We'll have to see, but looks like it's a go to have Rule there as well. So that's going to be cool. So you guys can look forward to that. That's 1:00 Pacific time on Sunday. So that would translate to 3 p.m. Central, 4 p.m. Eastern. The international times have to get calculated from there. So, see. How's it going, Don? So, since Don's here, I'll mention, this is one of the things I wanted to mention anyway, is that we're gearing up for another Mammothon. And like I said, I was going to be reaching out to some of the various YouTubers and kind of podcasters and the people that have sprung up and are starting to talk about the case in various platforms and that sort of stuff, right? So I'm looking to ask them to, come along and be part of it. We're gonna talk about it. How many we're going to want to be part of it, to split it up into so many segments and that sort of thing. So, but Don is looking to create another set of magnets, just like the Justice Mobile magnets you guys have seen me show here on my channel before, like those, but for Mammothon. I thought it'd be interesting if we could get as many people as possible, maybe to at least buy one of the magnets, Mammothon magnets, and have that weekend, just have it on your car for that weekend, and just as a kind of an advertisement for Mammothon or whatever, create awareness of it and everything, especially if it's going to become a yearly thing. So, so Don is looking into creating something like that, and so keep that in mind. And yes, it's not a fundraiser, by the way. The magnets, it's literally the price from Vistaprint. Vistaprint makes the magnets. It's that price. That's the price it is. So there's no profit in it. There's no profit margin. Nobody's making money on it. It's just literally a chance for us to get these magnets out there to be word of mouth, essentially, and everything. So that's what we're hoping to do. Let's see here. Hey, what's up, T1? How's it going, buddy? Happy Valentine's Day. Let's see here. So, Yeah. Oh, my hair. Yeah, Mandy, I got my hair cut. Yep. Ears lowered. All right. So we're going to be talking about a few things today, but I think I wanted to start out today and touch on Scott Davis again. I don't, a lot of you probably have heard me talk about Scott Davis. Um, it's to me a really stupid case because it's like, I mean, it's like when you look at the reason why they keyed in on Scott Davis in the first place in this case, it was because he said something that even the cops didn't even know yet, right? About David being shot in the head. But and that's understandable. But what about when you end up finding out that that statement was fed to him or given to him, or that's he knew that because it was told to him by the victim's girlfriend while the house was still burning. So that's the thing about the Scott Davis case is Scott's ex-wife, David Coffin's girlfriend, basically at the time, although David Coffin was really not that into Megan. He was already pursuing somebody else, and there's proof of it that he was pursuing somebody else. You know, David Coffin and Megan were going out, and Megan and Scott were going through a divorce, and suddenly David Coffin ends up dead in his own house, which is burning. And while the house is burning, Megan calls Scott with witnesses there who heard her say it to Scott that David had been shot in the head or that he'd been shot. And nobody could have known that because the house was on fire. Nobody can get in there and do a forensic examination of David while the house is on fire. Right. So so it's one of the things. And then where does that person, Megan, the person who had this guilty knowledge, where is that person now? Australia. Yeah. Pretty far away. Pretty much as far away as they could get. So I find that interesting, and we're going to be doing some stuff here. We're going to be looking into doing some stuff here about the Scott Davis case here in the near future. I just wanted to say to everybody, I'm sorry that I've kind of slowed down here on the Making a Murderer channel. It's not necessarily because I want to, but it's because, and I know I touched on this back when I very first started going live, back in October of 2018, talking about creator burnout. One of the reasons why I've slowed down is because I don't want to burn myself out. And if I continue to push myself to put something out, if I feel like I'm forcing it, it could end up, it's just something creators have to watch out for. You have to watch out for burning out. And so what I've done, and what I've done is because I don't believe in taking a break. Like, I don't believe in stepping away completely and taking a break. So my method is I'm still here, and you guys are still going to see me at least once or twice a week. You guys are going to see me here. But I'm kind of doing something to kind of divert myself in my mind for a little while and get it working in a different direction, so that when I then come back to MAM, it's going to be on like Donkey Kong. You know what I mean? So what I'm doing is covering a few other things like Doctor Who, like, for those of you who don't know, Scottish independence, something I've taken a bit of an interest in over on my other channel. And so I've been kind of diverting myself and getting and digging into those things right now, just to just get my mind in a different direction so that I can come back to this and get back on to where I'm doing 3 or 4 videos a week. So I do apologize that the amount of content has slowed down, but it's necessary, and I hope you all will bear with me. So see, yeah, everybody's talking about my hair. It's Valentine's Day. That's why I'm looking all sexy, right? Ooh, yeah. No, I'm just kidding. Anyways, as long as it's not donkey dung. Yeah, right? We don't, none of that. Let's see. Let's see. Let's see. I want to settle on the one magnet for Mammothon, so I don't think there will be two magnets, just two sizes. Okay, that's a good one. That's good to know, Don. Let me put that one up on the screen just so everybody can see it. Where is it? There it is, that one. So it looks like Don is planning to design two magnets. Basically, they'll be different sizes. So obviously the bigger one will be a little more, but the smaller one will be a little less. And I think it'd be cool if that weekend of Mammothon, if we could have, I don't know, say 100 to 500 people wherever across the country with their Mammothon magnets on there, possibly getting questions about it. That'd be cool. So if you guys are interested, let Don know, and he'll be able to help you out with that. Let's see here. I'm the dog. See, it's better to be that way, or because they slow down in the content. Yeah, or be repetitive, or right. It could get dry and everything. It's absolutely, and and it's true, because look, if I spend a month or so, but what I was getting at about not wanting to walk away or step away from YouTube completely, I feel like people say that and that they're going to come back, but they don't. They step away from YouTube and then they don't come back. See, I have too much passion for this. For me, there's no desire to want to step away. There's no desire to not be helping Steve and Brendan, to not want to help create further awareness. In fact, I'm going to be talking at the end of this video about some things we got going on this month to create more awareness and things like that. But that's why I didn't want to step away, and that's why I'm kind of just focusing on Scottish independence and Doctor Who for a little while. And just because what happens is if you back off of something a little bit and get your mind working in a little bit different direction for a while, when you come back to the original subject, because of some of the thought processes you were going through dealing with something else, end up helping you in your thought processes with the original topic. I don't know how to explain it other than when we get a little bit diverted in what we do and things that we're focused on, it helps us to see things we looked at before, but in a little different light, because we've developed some different, thought processes. Anyways, that's what I'm basically trying to do, is that way I'm not stepping away completely. I'm still there. People can still find me, and I'm still making content, but I'm just getting into something that is really enthralling me at the moment, and something that's really, really, I'm really, really into at the moment. Not that I'm not into Stephen and Brendan, because like I said, you're still going to see the content over here on my channel. I'm in no way has my passion for Stephen and Brendan diminished. It's still 100% there. So my Dr. Pepper, where's my Dr. Pepper? Oh yeah. There it is. Oh man. Let's see. Oh, and Don's considering making one for the $50 million bullet, which is cool. Those of you who know, that's the Michael Funk case over at Eagle Nation Cycles. He was gunned down by the law enforcement who came to deal with the hostage situation. It's an unfortunate thing that happened, but there's been completely disingenuous BS coming out of the Nina Police Department about it. The victims in this crime, in this criminal event, were just basically ignored, and there was not, no real kind of, it's sad, really, the whole thing, what happened at Eagle Nation and stuff. So it's a lot of things. Obviously, there's some videos here on my channel. There's a trailer for the movie that you can find on my channel, and also the $50 million Bullet has a YouTube page of their own where the trailer, you can find it there. But it's interesting. But that trailer has some interesting stuff in it. Some things that when you watch it, you go, whoa, right? Like particularly when you hear in the trailer, you hear the Officer Hopper at one point saying it was a setup. It was a setup. There were no hostages in there or whatever. That's him starting to spin what happened because they had goofed up. They really goofed up with their initial entry. And so they were already trying to cover their butts and make excuses. And the thing is you can find on my channel a video of the inside of the shop when the cops came in, and you can just see what was going on. The hostages, you can actually see one of them hitting their belly and putting their arms out in front of them, and on camera you can see it happening. It's Michael Funk. You can actually see Michael Funk laying out, sprawled out on his belly with his arms out in front of him on the ground. And they're trying to claim that everybody in there was a shooter and weird things like that. It's when you see that kind of stuff happening, you know there's something underhanded going on, and so it's an unfortunate thing. But the movie, the docudrama, the $50 million Bullet, is getting made, and we're hoping to see it at the end of 2020, in December of 2020. They're hoping to get it to coincide with December 5th, which is the day Michael Funk was killed, in 2015. So that's where we're headed with that. So, all right, let's see what we got going on over here. Let's see. Got to pace yourself before you burn out. Yeah, there's a marathon, not a sprint. Right, exactly. T1, well said. There we go. Let's put that one up on screen. Well said, buddy. Can't go anywhere. Yeah. And you guys are great. Thank you so much. I just wanted to let you guys know. I felt like I needed to, at least wanted to say something so that if people were wondering about it or anything, just to prevent any wondering, I figured I would just let people know it doesn't mean I'm any less passionate about the cases. It just means I'm, avoiding creator burnout, and creator burnout is real. Trust me, it is. It can be. And so, and I'm having a lot of fun covering Doctor Who and Scottish in Scottish independence right now. I'm kind of having a lot of fun doing that, and it's bringing back the aspect of fun to research that I somehow kind of had lost contact with, and it's bringing that aspect back, and I'm renewing that feeling again, and so it's a good thing. It's a very good thing, because like I said, creator burnout is real. Hey, Sharon. Happy Valentine's Day. Sharon's my secretary on Scottish Independence, by the way, folks. Hi, Gloria. I got to meet Gloria at Raleigh both years. She's great. I love Gloria. Better to have you okay than any other alternative, right? And that's true. It's important, you just if you feel like you're forcing it, or if you feel like you're forcing it, or if you feel like your idea is forced, or if you feel like, if in any way you feel like what it's just not working, it's not working, and you gotta kind of be aware of that, and I'm not saying it's not working. I mean everybody knows right now. I mean, I'm very thankful to Magilla 39 Redditor. who reached out to Paul and I and wanted to try and get the information that he had discovered and kind of researched, and wanted to get it out there for everybody to see. And hey, I'm tickled that he chose to come over here, and so that we could get this out to as many people as possible, because the work he's done is brilliant, and I'm thankful to him, because it's given me something to have here on Sundays. We've been doing it every Sunday, so people can rely on it to be at about the same time each week. So that's been a nice aspect to it. It's been really good. It's been a lot of fun, and McGilla's a really nice dude, really cool dude. I suggested that he should probably get on Twitter, and he eventually did. You guys can find him on Twitter now, and he's saying all kinds of brilliant things and pointing out a bunch of fun things. I think he even I saw a tweet he did the other day where he was saying which one of these guys was like the lettered in football and basketball, and was something like won the league championship or something, or won all league for basketball or something like that, or whatever, or all state or something like that. And he had it was either Blodorn, Hillegas, Kratz, or somebody else. It was funny, but it was like one of those four were the ones that met, that were in the tweet that he was describing. It was so funny. Anyway. Yeah, McGilla is awesome. So yeah, absolutely. Linda. So yeah, it's been great, having that. So for those of you who are interested, I'm looking this weekend to talk with a supporter I met through, a supporter of Stephen and Brendan that I met in my journeys over the last 4 years, right? So I reached out to him today, and we're going to hopefully be doing a video with him where we're going to be primarily talking about UK, Scottish independence and stuff. But because I know this guy, and because I know he's such a strong supporter of Stephen and Brendan, I feel pretty sure we're going to end up talking a lot about Stephen and Brendan as well while we're live. This guy's a really, really cool guy. He's been we've been friends on Facebook and stuff for a long time, but this is gonna be actually the first time we're gonna get together for a live chat. I'm gonna have my secretary on Scottish independence, Sharon Sunshine, is gonna be there with us, and we're looking to do that this weekend. Like I said about the Doctor Who stuff, and in terms of this month, for those of you who may not have seen the previous videos, we are going to be doing a banner tour on the 29th of February. It's a Saturday. We're going to be taking the banner that is rolled up back in the corner over there. and we're going to be taking the banner and around. And we're going to start off at downtown Disney. We're going to end up down at Hollywood at the Walk of the Stars. We're going to have Sandra Greenman with us, Sandy Greenman. So we're going to have Mark Hodnott, the Hod himself. We're going to have Julie Pom Pom. I believe we're going to have Rhonda South, as far as I know, but I don't know that 100% for certain. So hopefully by saying that, she's going to be messaging me to let me know. But so we're going to be there, and hopefully we're going to get some more people to show up, because, I it's going to be fun, first of all, to go and hang out down in Hollywood with Sandy and Mark. I mean, you guys know, I mean, Mark's one of my best buds. Mark and Paul have been my best buds back since, back in the first opening couple of years, so, I'm 4 years in now, but I've been talking to those guys and been good friends with those guys for a long time now. And so it's going to be a lot of fun to hang out with Mark. And the really cool part is that on Friday, on the 28th of February, we are going to be meeting up in a little place down in Gardena called the Sea Empress. Okay. And we are going to be going there for some dim sum. I can't tell you guys, seriously, I get so excited about going for dim sum. Every day, I at least 2 or 3 times a day right now, because I'm looking forward to going there on the 28th. 2 or 3 times a day. I like in the middle of doing something, the thought about going for dim sum just like shoots through my head about going and having dim sum with Mark and Sandy on Friday before leap year. I mean, and I think it's a lot to do. I mean, for those of you who are like Lord of the Rings fans and have read Tolkien and The Hobbit and Lord of the Rings and all that sort of stuff, you understand like how Tolkien made meals like a way where people got together, and there was there was just something magical about having meals together that, and I feel that way about getting together and enjoying a meal with people. So it's ought to be fun. We're hoping even that Miss Julie Pom Pom will be able to get out of work that day soon enough to be able to come and join us. So I don't know if anybody's interested in coming and joining us that day for dim sum. Let me know. Send me an email, something here. But, Andrew Hayes going. I don't mind being stationed. The Hood and porn. Yeah, I remember that too. Porn. That was funny. That was hilarious. Let's see. Can you have a big shout out to the community radio stations, Sunny Govan Radio? You can listen on Google Play app if you want to listen. Here, for those of you who want to go check out Andrew Hayes there. I'm broadcasting from Southern California, Andrew. I'm still the black belt. The BB, the black belt. Okay, there we go. And my video dropped out for a second there. But he did a video recently, I remember. Oh, thank you so much, Joshua Robb. Sunny California. Yeah. Hey, see you later, buddy. See you later, T. I forgot to add sunny. Yeah, the sunny California. The Golden State. Golden with the rays of the sun. Anyway. So yeah, that's what we've got for this week, this month. I mean, if anybody, maybe if you're thinking you might be in Southern California, maybe towards the end of February, maybe considering coming over and joining us, either on the 28th or the 29th. Maybe join us for dim sum on the 28th, or join us for the banner tour on the 29th on Saturday. So. Yeah, the dim sum is it's hard to describe it, but I'll tell you what, folks, I love eating food that is unconventional. So anytime I go somewhere where they hand me chopsticks, I love it. And when you eat dim sum, you use chopsticks. And you can dip it in the various sauces. They got the like spicy mustards and the red sauce and those sort of things. So I mean, there's all kinds of things, and it's just really good stuff. Really, really good stuff. It's amazing. It's just so good. I can't. It's just serious. Look, I seriously, I'm not kidding. When I literally in the middle of doing something 3 times a day, I'll be in the middle of doing something 3 times a day. I will be sitting there. I will suddenly be like, oh, I can't wait to go for dim sum on the 28th. And like, it'll just pop into my head. I'm seriously looking that forward to it. So, I mean, anyway. We get glisten from the snow. Sunny Florida is 87 here. Yeah, it's getting pretty hot here now during the days again, finally. The sun's finally starting to come out, before 6 o'clock now. And so the days are getting a little warmer, and some of the chill is starting to leave the air here. So that's a good thing. I know, right? I mean, I'm just sitting here talking about it now. I made myself hungry. I love using chopsticks. Haggis and iron brew. Well, that'll be when I go to Scotland. Except I probably won't be drinking iron brew. I'll probably be drinking some kind of brew, but it probably won't be iron brew. I'll have a swig of Dr. Pepper. Nah, actually, don't mind if I do. Yeah, so those are some things we got coming up. Obviously, Mammothon in April. We're basically looking to do it the weekend before the state's response is going to be due. I highly doubt they'll be getting another extension. I honestly think if they were to ask for another one, they will get denied. So we're pretty sure that the next due date is going to be the due date. So we're planning it for the weekend before that comes out. And we will spend that weekend getting everybody reacquainted with all of the issues at stake, everything that's going to be getting talked about, everything that's going to be getting argued. That's going to be part of what we cover in Mammothon, is getting people, even people who are just coming in, but getting people all back right on board with what's all being discussed and talked about, why it's important, and all those sort of things. That is going to be a big part of what Mammothon is going to be. It's going to be it's the weekend of April 21 and 22, 21st and 22nd, I believe. So that's what we're looking to do. If you guys are looking to be, if you want to help out in whatever, best way to do that is to join the Wrecking Crew on Discord. And when we start planning, a lot of the chat will probably happen there. So, yeah. That's one thing to be looking out for. So Mammothon could be interesting. I really, I'm probably going to ask, Rubber Ducky, Millbilly, obviously Paul, Stacy Seabrook said he would do a segment, right? Fenn, I asked, and Fenn said she would do a segment. Her and Julie Pom Pom would do a segment. So I figure we might ask a few of the other ones out there, obviously, that have sprung up recently that are growing and building, and building in the popularity. So I'm because I'm all about wanting to help the little guys out. I mean, I'm all about wanting to keep the conversation going and having as many people talking about it as possible, so that the chatter is never leaving the ears of those in this thing that are culpable in it, so that the chatter is always there, that the chatter is deafening. That would be my desired outcome, really. So that's what a lot of the things that we're looking to do here, that we've got on the horizon. We're looking to have a lot of fun with it. I'm gonna see if everybody will be agreeable at the dim sum lunch. If I can record all of us sitting and eating and having the dim sum. Now, some people may not be too cool with having themselves recorded eating. Even I have an issue with it. But I'm willing to do it in this case because I remember a while back, Steven Drizzen had made a suggestion because he saw a YouTuber, a young lady, had done what's called a mukbanger. And she had just sat there eating food for several hours or whatever live on YouTube and all that. And the video made her like $1 million. It went viral and made her like $1 million. And he was always saying he wishes somebody would do that to get all that awareness, but get it for Brendan instead of, for, just whatever. So I was playing with the idea of possibly recording all of us with our chopsticks, eating the dim sum and whatever. But I don't know. That's all going to depend on my guests and if they're willing to be recorded, which I think might be a problem. So we'll have to see how that goes, but I think it could be fun anyway. So See, you're going to have to check out YouTube blogger. I know We Scottish Lass. She's done a video about me. Here, Andrew. Let me see here real quick. Let me just grab something. Let's see here. Let's see here. Hold on. Anyway, you can check this one out. We're almost done here anyways. But let's see here. Was it this one? Sorry about that, folks. Just wanted to get this because I do know who's. Yeah, here it is. This is the one. So I did a little video and sent it to We Scottish Lass. We're having fun talking about Glasgow and Edinburgh, and then my secretary on Scottish Independence, Miss Sharon Sunshine, who you guys see here in the live chat, she ended up making me aware of a poll that had been done in Europe and where Glasgow was voted the 5th friendliest city and all that sort of stuff. And so it sparked this conversation. Anyway, We Scottish Lass ended up doing this video to respond to me. So for those of you who are interested, you can go check that out. That is her video responding to me, a video I sent her on Twitter. So anyway, it's funny. So, but yeah, I know who she is. She's funny. She cracks me up. So, yeah, she actually recently on Twitter was posting about she had a problem, a skin issue with her legs where they would often like break out in like redness and stuff. And so she often felt self-conscious about wearing, shorts or anything like that. So she posted on Twitter before and after she started a new skincare regimen, and it actually worked, and her legs cleared up. So she was posting pictures of her legs all cleared up. It was just her legs. There was nothing, nothing nasty about it. It was completely PG. But she posted her legs, and they were all cleared up. And so I couldn't help but respond with, "Oh, now you can wear your Daisy Dukes." And I put up like a Daisy Duke gif, and so we had some laughs with that one. It was pretty funny. So anyway, yeah, I know who We Scottish Lass is, and I think for some of you who may be interested, you can go check her out. She's pretty funny. So yeah. Oh, Linda K. Yes, sorry. You know what? Sometimes when I'm going through lists of people, I accidentally leave one out. I probably left out somebody else too that I'm not thinking of. But Linda K, obviously, yes, would be highly involved with Mammothon and would have a segment. Who else? I mean, yeah. See, I'm gonna have to see who else am I thinking I'm missing here. Andrew Whitehead. He would obviously be a big candidate, huge candidate. Andrew. Let me see. Who else? I mean, I'm sure there's going to be somebody else that I missed. But I'm not. But as we get closer to the day and we make up the list, we'll get that all worked out. It's about sometimes when you start going through a list, sometimes you actually think a name and then end up skipping it because you think of 3 other names after it. So anyways. What about Chinese food? How do you spell that? I said Andrew Whitehead. I love you too, Linda. So, yeah, that's, anyway, so that's what we got up on the horizon. I have the banner event coming up at the end of this month, leap year. We thought it might even be a little more fun just making it on leap year like that, because, obviously only comes once every 4 years. So that's coming up at the end of February here for those who can consider being in Southern California to potentially maybe be a part of that. Maybe you might consider that. So then obviously Mammothon coming up in April for the weekend of the 21st and 22nd. So be keeping an eye out for that. We're not going to be having donations this year. It's just strictly going to be an educational event. Like I said, mainly to bring everybody up to speed, to just get everybody up to speed and understanding exactly what is in Zellner's appeal, so that so that everybody will be perfectly understanding what the state is responding to, right? So that's going to be a big part of that, and that's what we're going to be trying to do. So so all right, folks, that's mainly what I wanted to talk about today, just those few things. I wanted to talk about Scott Davis, I wanted to talk about Eagle Nation, I wanted to talk a little about Stephen Brennan, I wanted to talk about some of these events and things that we're planning here coming up. I would even love to see everybody show up. I mean, I would love to see a nice group of people show up for dim sum on the Friday the 28th of February. It's like I said, I seriously can't get that out of my head. I'm so looking forward to going for dim sum with Mark and Sandy, and hopefully Julie Pom Pom as well, and Rhonda South, so hopefully, that's going to be a lot of fun. So, but that's mainly the points I wanted to hit today. I wanted to talk about and get people kind of up to speed with what's moving forward here. I did want to apologize for the fact that I've slowed down a little bit, but I wanted to explain it to you guys, and so you guys could all understand it's not a bad thing. My passion for Stephen and Brendan is still 100% there. I'm doing a little maintenance to keep that passion burning bright, I guess you might say. So that's what I'm doing. So, and I do appreciate you guys and most everybody out there who understands and is willing to let me take a little bit of a, breather here and divert myself with something else for a little while, because it's only going to end up working in Stephen and Brendan's favor in the near future when I come back around, right? So, but I'll still be here. I'll still be talking about it, because all the stuff that's up here in my head, it's still right there in my head. So, all right. That's about it for this one, folks. If you haven't already, please hit subscribe. Thank you, everybody, for being here in the chat. A lot of great comments, and so it's brilliant to see all you guys. And look out, because gonna have quite a bit of things going on this weekend. A lot of things over on the Doctor Who channel. Look out for Sunday with McGilla at 1:00 with McGilla and Capaldi, and we think Rule Griffin will be joining us. So we're gonna have a Griffin in Mr. Peebles' pet shop, Mr. Peebles' pet shop. So that ought to be fun. Anyways, all right, folks. You know the song and dance.